All right, look, the camera's just not going to do anybody any justice anymore. I don't even know if you've seen that. But I'm just standing in this park. Just my observation as I keep my eyes open and look up into the skies. I just see the shapes, the clouds, the formations. And right now it's just a little bit of a light show from this point to about here. I know you can't really see, but in this area, it's a light show. It has no sound. They're just testing. They're testing the different flashes. And on this side here, I mean, I gave it time because I'm just assuming it's an airplane, because that's how low and bright the bulb is. And but it's just still there. It's not like moving. Again, okay, well there, look, there's a light, there's something in the sky over there that you can see with this crappy phone. But for the most part, you can't see stars with your phone anyway. You can only see those light bulbs with your eyes, your regular eyes. But everything is so low that it's ridiculous that they're even it's like they just keep pushing their boundaries and the limitations of how much people are not paying attention. And they know that just about everybody has no clue what we're going to see in the skies and how they are making the images that we're seeing in the skies. Not many people are going to even know that they're images. Not many people are going to believe that it's all a show. It's like as the darkness was coming down there and the sun was fading away and the light was changing and the clouds were all white and puffy, I started seeing stars already appearing, and it wasn't even dark out. But just imagine, you know how when you are, you know how the NFL is part of the elite, and they like to, you know, the elite likes to rub stuff in your face. Well, you know how, like, say, football domes, they're domes, right? The football games, the domes. And they have retractable ceilings. So, if they can do it on a small scale, they can do it on an absolute ginormous scale. Because to me, just a football field, a football stadium alone, to be able to make a roof that connects from end to end, from one side all the way to the other, and is able to retract and just follow along. It's like they can put projections up on their own ceiling and show stuff. Maybe they do, I don't know. But it's an idea that they can make it look like nighttime with stars and the moon, and you know, but it's a small scale ceiling. Why is it that the sky is the limit? Who told you the sky is the limit? I thought there was no limit to the sky. So when they were saying the sky's the limit, in other words, they're telling you, look here, kid, we can't get out of here either. We're stuck here because the sky is the limit. We can't get past we can't get past the dome. So we're gonna make because we can't get past the dome. Well, we're gonna make a replica of the dome up here, and we're gonna show. Well, we're gonna show what we want to show you, and it's gonna fulfill Bible's prophecy also. That's the best part about it. Fulfilling Bible's prophecy. By making their own ceiling dome. How is it possible that the elite can possibly stretch a ceiling from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth? I don't even care if you think if it is freaking round. You can still do the same damn thing. It's called technology that they haven't told us about. I'm telling you about it now. I know what I know the kind of technology that they have. It's 50 years in advance. Up here in the freaking sky, all right, is a lot of illusions. It's probably one of the most important things to start paying attention to instead of like chatter, you know. There's a reason why the Bible says that when he comes, when a time draws nigh, then basically keep your eyes up in the sky. Look up into the clouds. He wants you to do that because what you start seeing is, well, you see a bunch, because, let's just say what you see is, it's not from God himself, it's from the technology. It's just technology. It's amazing technology. I'm giving you guys credit for the technology that you have. Because, I mean, yeah, you're going to fool a whole lot of people. Just, you're not going to fool me, and you're not going to fool at least 500 other people that have listened and heard. And it just kind of seeing what happens. Because that's all I'm doing. I'm just seeing what happens. I just know that when it does happen, well, I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. Fear not. Doesn't matter where you go, where you stay or go or flee to. You're supposed to fear not. Nothing, none of it. Because especially if it happens very soon, and the people that have heard me from the beginning, and sometimes my message is repetitive, but you understand why. You guys are the ones that know. You know me the most because you've been hearing certain things that kind of sound a little flat out freaking kooky, right? I mean, but it's not. It's actually reality, and that's what the hell is kooky about it. Is the reality of it. But for all of the ones that have been paying attention, you guys are gonna, if it happens this way, you're gonna know, all right, that it's all a show. You're gonna start seeing it for yourself, and your faith is gonna be tested. Like I don't have a 100% positive, feel-good message all the time. It's just that we're gonna hear a lot of that when nothing's really happening. We're going to see a lot of those clouds that look like explosions. Okay? We're going to see a lot. We're hearing the boom sounds everywhere. They do light shows in between the clouds at night, silently. The sky, the stars are so freaking low. It's like I can't even believe they're insulting our intelligence that way. But if you don't look up, you're not gonna be able to tell. You guys won't be deceived, but you will be tested, and I can't make people believe that God's gonna intervene and put an end to it. I can't make you believe it. I can only tell you that that's what I believe. And even if that doesn't come true, this is still it for everybody. This is it. For the people that know the script, it's being played out right in front of our eyes. You guys know we're doomed, right? You know America's doomed, just like Germany. Just like World War II, we're doomed. I mean, not really, but on TV, we are screwed. And in the Bible, we are absolutely screwed. America, Babylon the Great. God's going to destroy America, according to the script. And God wrote the Bible knowing that they were going to play this script out. So you know what God's actually writing in there? What they're going to do. What they are actually going to do. And they're reading it as if that's what people believe that God is saying that He's going to do. It's deception first. And then I'm just looking forward to getting on with it already. To get on, let's get it on already. Push that frickin' button, the finale button, and let's go. Let's get ready for that Armageddon battle, that last 7 to 10 day battle of people's souls. I'm still watching the light shows with no sound. As I'm seeing these shows, it makes me feel so much better because I'm watching it firsthand. And I'm watching them test the skies. They're testing it and testing it and testing it. So I know that we're getting closer and closer, because when people have been paying attention to the skies from the beginning, you see the changes. Over last year, I see a tremendous change in everything that I'm seeing. Catching lightning bolts from beams with splits in the middle. I mean, whatever. Come on. Everything is so low now. Chicken Little told us the sky's falling. They did that on purpose, because the sky will look like it's falling. And so yeah, we're first, America. We're first because Trump said we're first. Trump, you just have to interpret that as he's talking about America being first. So when America is first, and you're seeing it on TV, and the war is beginning, like, we're not going to just get blown up out of nothing out of nowhere. We're going to have our warning, our time period. They're still going to keep the power on as long as possible. Okay, that's why they might start blowing up cities at a time, and tell us on TV that they're blowing up just cities. And then you'll see the clouds that look like they'll push fast forward on those clouds. They'll start moving quicker. These flashes we're seeing over here, like another one over there, they'll start happening, and all at once. This is, look, what do you do with everything? You test each specific, when you build a motor, you test each specific part. The alternator, the starter, the torque converter, the clutch, the battery, everything. You're testing everything before you actually start that bad boy up. And before they fully push the grand finale button of As the World Ends, that was a good one over there, As the World Ends, well, remember, this is a soap opera. It's just a 24/7 instead of, you know, like As the World Turns, that soap opera. Well, they lied to you on there too, because they're telling you the world's turning. You know, just stand on your little hovercraft and stay floated up in the air, and put a plumb bob on the ground and mark an X on the ground, and stay floated for 24 hours. Your house would probably pass you by. Your fence the fence should knock into you, so you got to open the fence. Then you'll be crossing across the street. You know, if the earth was spinning and you're standing on a hovercraft, staying still, right? The world would be twirling from under your feet, correct? So you would have a tough time doing that, because the houses would eventually run into you. That was a part of the show. I think I caught that. But again, the eyes are seeing this with your own eyes. People, you just got to get outside and watch, because what I'm trying to tell you is, when there is no power and everything is collapsing, you're going to be forced to be outside to watch. And then it's up to you whether you want to run into the arms of FEMA or just wait for them to come get you. I don't know. And then maybe they'll take you alive. Who knows? But if you see all this happening, and this is why I say it ahead of time, and this is why some of the things, I just understood it. I don't truly have an answer besides a discernment. I've been saying that from the beginning, a discernment. Yes, I will be deceived by people. Even if possible, the very elect shall be deceived. The very elect. So, well, that was a nice one. So, if the very elect can be deceived, then that means the very unelect can be deceived also. There's something going on over here. It's starting to brighten up. Everything is just testing. There's no sound. There's no rain. Yeah, that there is a star, okay? Because over there is an airplane. Look, see that blinking? That's an airplane. And this is a star. That's a star. Looking at it with this cheap ass phone. So sometimes it would take me a while for the P900 to zoom in, just to get a clear picture.
Sorry.
It's alright. You're good. I mean, yeah, man. That's a star. That's crazy. That's even... So what I'm trying to say is... let me see. So that's still an airplane. All the way over to the left. And that's still a star. couldn't be getting any closer seeing it with my own eyes. That's another star. I don't know if I even ever tried to, it's fully zoomed. I don't know if I've really even tried to look at stars with this phone. But apparently today I can. You know, because there's the light pole. And there's the star. And over here's got some more light images. I just think that people have been distracted, right? About the skies, obviously. I know that Richie doesn't really want to tell you where the images are coming from. He will tell you about Project Bluebeam. He just won't be honest with you and tell you how and where it's coming from. I'm going to show you just with this cheap phone where it's going to come from. Well, if I can see it again. No. Alright, well, anyway. I just did show you. I just showed you where the main 7D holographic images are coming from. It's coming from these supposed stars that are getting lower and lower and brighter and closer. That's just a beam off the light. Everybody wants you to be distracted with YouTube. They basically just want you to fight with each other. They want you to discredit each other. They won't just shut your channel off because they need to. Anyone who's been on there for a little bit and it has proven truth, like I have, like with the war, for instance, on April 7th, saying it ahead of time, knowing the Masons' secret handshake, spiritually that is. Because of those things, well, they don't want you to truly know what I'm telling you. They don't want you to truly believe what I'm telling you. So they will go as far as, remember, this is YouTube, a worldwide corporation that has about 2 billion logins. 2 billion people log in on YouTube. So it's the place to go for your information, and you have to figure out who's telling the truth and who ain't. So this worldwide corporation would go as far as to, I wouldn't say hire, because they're already hired, but put someone who they did hire, I'll just say that, at one point in time, not YouTube itself, just, you know, the corporation that makes the decisions. They have people on there that will go as far as to make a Robotoid video about me. The most classic video that anybody has ever tried to pull, like that's hard to do. To convince somebody of a Robotoid, number one, and then call me out. There's another flash. Call me out as a Robotoid. That's funny, all right? So that is funny. But then I take an honor in it, not pridefully. I just take an honor in it because again, YouTube is a worldwide corporation, a platform that at least 2 billion people see every day. They go on there. So yes, YouTube is going to turn into nothing but liars. It's almost at the end already. It's almost at the point of just about everybody is a liar. And who's gonna hang in there until the end? No matter what they do. Who's gonna stay there and keep telling the truth? Well, I keep again, I say it for the first time because there might be a new subscriber that's listening. And there usually is, every single day. Every single day. So for the new people that subscribe for the first time and then they listen to the next video, well, I'm just showing you this stuff in the skies right now. And I'm telling you it's all man-made. And I'm telling you that they're playing out. It doesn't matter if you believe the Bible or not. They are playing out the pages verse by verse. And it's going to get worse and scary for people who have no clue that there's the grand old deception is in the skies, the fire from heaven, and all the other images that we're going to see and that we're seeing already on a daily basis, which are these tremendous looking clouds. So I keep saying the same thing. I feel, you know, like those people that get interviewed all the time, after the game, that they gotta say the same thing, and they get asked another question, they say the same thing. It is work to keep repeating yourself and reminding people, because what do I benefit from it? You know what I mean? What do I benefit from this? I'm ready for it to get shut down. I'm waiting for it to get shut down. I'm not shutting myself down, but when it happens, it happens. And but I'm just waiting on this this grand finale, and the grand finale is the second 9/11. Is it really going to be on 9/11? Like, can they actually pull that off and make people believe it? Or do they blame it on God and say he's destroying America with earthquakes and tsunamis and whatnot? So they can definitely do that because they're already showing us that they are God by pulling a wool over our heads on this dome here, this ceiling. So again, just like a football stadium dome, they have the same technology up high to create the same thing so they can project images off of them. And in that way, you don't have to actually send missiles and blow stuff up. You can just make the images and make the sounds and tell people on TV and through the iPhones and to flee and get out of there. And just about everybody's going to go. I'm watching the light show. See, I'm watching it right now. And I'm going to be watching it all the way up until the very end. And what is the very end? Well, it's up to your faith. I don't know. It's up to you. I can't tell you what your very end is. I don't believe that people are dying. And I believe as soon as it gets to the point where it looks like that is it, that is absolutely it, there's absolutely no hope, then that's when God will do what he said he was going to do from the beginning. I have many experiences in my life that God's proven himself to be real and there. So I don't need to question him, especially if he can have a Bible on earth and make sure that it's his creation's owner's manual as to how they're supposed to live. That's not very difficult for me to believe at all. And it's not difficult for me to believe that they have the technology already set up that is going to show us what the Bible says is going to happen, where the stars are going to fall from heaven. Moon's going to turn to blood, whether it's already been turning to blood or it really is going to turn. Who knows? The sun will be darkened for good. There will be darkness for sure, because the power will get shut out. And again, that's when the whole world will be tried. So everybody who's not in America is going to see America get annihilated from Russia and probably North Korea and China, with all those light beams that we're seeing over there, light flashes. So they're gonna say it's them, but it's really just gonna be them right now. They're doing what they're doing. They're testing this sky out in every position, every mechanism, every gadget that they have, every image that they have, every sound that they have. They've been testing it tremendously for the past year, because they're getting ready to push the grand finale button. And that's my message. From that point on, I mean, you're not truly on your own. You will be crying out to God if you know, if you don't believe it, and if you do believe it, you're going to be thanking Him. So that's the difference between knowing and not knowing. So I'd rather know. I'd rather know what the truth is and let it happen, and then just wait on God. Because either way, when it happens, the plan is real. Why would they pull all this, you know, if they're not trying to lead you to the slaughter? That's what the show is all about. To lead you, see, straight to the slaughter. When you get fearful of what you're seeing right now, but on a magnitude times 1,000 and loud bang bomb sounds, well, your faith is going to be tested, and your heart, it might fail of fear.